Greetings, family. Welcome to the Power of Tranquility. My name is Arlene, and I help women who are frustrated with feeling unheard speak their truth and create harmonious relationships. So, today I am going to talk about some of the reasons that you may be picking the wrong love interest, um, partner, whatever term that you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and speak to that. So, one of the reasons why you may be picking the wrong partner for yourself, the wrong love mate, is because you are being inwardly guided to people who are going to help you see where it is that you need to heal in your life. So, what happens is like during our formative years, we have parents, we have caregivers, we have people or family members who weren't there. Um, these all create traumas. And so, one of the things that people should be mindful of is that if you see anything that is going on in your life that you don't quite like, it is oftentimes an indication of where it is that you need to improve or bring healing to yourself and to the relationship in order for you to live a happy life. And there's a part of you that may be deeply desirous of having a love relationship that is more ideal and to your liking and be a part of your greatest imaginings. However, unless you get to that place of dealing with those issues that need to be healed within yourself, you're going to continue making the same choices over and over again of people who are not necessarily for you. And the thing is that, our parents, our caregivers, or those people who weren't there for whatever reason, uh, did not or could not or probably did not have the emotional capacity to give us what it is that we need. And so all of us have those traumas on some level, but there are some that have it to a greater degree. And that tends to be the reason why you attract the same person that that may actually remind you of a parent, or you repeat the patterns that your mother may have repeated. Whatever the case may be, your life is always providing you with feedback on what you need to work on. And so, in essence, what's happening is that your life is being inwardly directed by the child that you were during your formative years. Like for a long time, you were oftentimes in, I believe it is the theta state, where you were taking in information and you were learning about how to navigate your world, based upon the examples that the adults who were taking care of you, uh, that what they would do. And so you were in this constant state of learning. So much of that is like the things that you are, the relationships that you're attracted to or that you have in your life are what it is that your parents may have had or your caregivers may have had. And you're just simply in a place of repeating the pattern in some way. And then in addition to that, there may be traumas that may have been created by relationships that you may have had in the past. You know, but that in and of itself is also guiding you too. And a lot of times I think that people get into this place of saying, well, this is not going to happen to me again. And so they do an overcorrection. But the thing is that because they have not addressed the issues of their child, that overcorrection going in the opposite direction doesn't necessarily yield them the type of perhaps evolved relationship that they are looking for. That's something different, that ideal that they are looking to draw into their experience. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer some solutions to how to address the hurt of that inner child. And mind you, as I say this, just know that, that the more attention you give to this and the more affirming questions that you may ask in order to be in a place of healing will allow you to have the type of relationship that you would desire to have. So let's get to that list of those things that can help you. So one of the first things to do is really to understand yourself better. And so because your life, because the experience you're having is providing you with feedback, you know what it is in those certain relationships that you do have, what it is that you like and what it is that you didn't like. And so since you know what those are, you need to be clear and actually write those down so that you yourself can see, hey, this is litmus test, because all of your relationships are doing is providing you with information, and you can really be in a place of providing yourself clarity, because oftentimes if you ask a person what type of person would they like to be involved with, they don't really have a very clear idea of what that looks like or what that would be. The next thing is to, most immediately, stop compromising on issues that are important to you. Don't do it. The thing is that it is really a lack of, I guess you can say, hygiene, like mental hygiene, to be in a place of compromising what it is that's really important to you in order to keep that person in your experience, because you are not valuing yourself. So it's really important to stop compromising on those things and start developing boundaries. Another thing that will help out is the counseling. And specifically, I'm thinking about a counselor that would be trained in EMDR, which stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And the reason why is because when you are talking to the therapist, it will allow you to be in a place of really processing the trauma in such a way that it takes a charge off of what it is. There's a bug here. What it is that those traumas that come up, because there are some things that have happened to individuals that have been extremely egregious, that has created so much trauma that it is, that they develop PTSD. Also, it is a little bit more effective, or it operates a little bit more quickly than straight talk therapy, but you can actually work that out with the counselor that you are working with. The next thing is to find perhaps some groups that help you to deal with emotional healing. But here is the caveat with working with a group. All right. You have to be clear and watch out for the wordings that the people use in those groups, and see whether or not they are a group that is into being a part of lamenting the poor decisions that they have made, or actually ask them about the successes that they've had in helping people to heal from whatever their trauma is. The reason why is because a lot of times some healing groups could be about having an ongoing pity party, and that is totally not what we are interested in having, right? So, the last suggestion that I have is relationship coaching. So, when you're in that process of clearing out all of those things and really getting down to the root cause of the issues that you may have